The Halo universe is filled with wonder, mystery, and fascinating discoveries around every corner. With so much to explore, three friends decided it was about time that they booted up their consoles and discussed this universe that has grabbed their attention since childhood. JumperScape Audio kindly welcomes you to join them in the library.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the library. Don't worry about what happened moments before we said hi. We're all friends here. Just friends. So, Shane, welcome back.
I have returned.
Why did you kill Connor to be here?
Connor is no longer with us. Unfortunately, he will not. He's not present.
That's what we said about you last week, that you were no longer with us.
Yeah. Connor's, I took out Connor.
Why, though?
Why?
An eye for an eye.
Oh.
What did he do to you?
He took my spot. He's becoming too popular in the Discord.
Yeah, you know, you're the only one who doesn't have a cult in the Discord.
I don't think I want one. I don't know if I want one.
You don't?
This might be a cue for them to start it. If they start a cult, I don't know.
Because, like, from what I can tell right now, the cults are basically just... They have the username, and then there's parentheses, the name of the person that you are a part of.
How's the lactating cult coming along?
Growing by the day.
I don't like that.
It is kind of ridiculous. In fact, actually, I can pull up the member list right now and read you every single one.
I was gonna say, go for it.
Like, it's kind of funny. I don't think in any way we're like endorsing it, but they don't really care.
I think the fact that we acknowledge it endorses it.
Probably.
The fact that we acknowledge it, and me and Connor, God rest his soul.
I miss that guy.
I miss him. It's like he was here just last week.
Dude,
can't believe
this first one is the worst now.
What is it?
Lactating Cortana.
That's the best one. What do you mean?
Lactating CPR. Zealot Plisa Lactatome.
What? No, that's the best one.
Non-lactating cow. Composer of lactation. Lactator of dragons.
How many more have are these like the same guys just changing their name?
No,
or are these new guys?
These are new people. Some of these people join the server just to do this, and they never come back. They never say anything. They just show up, make their username related to the lactation thing, and then never do anything else.
Oh no.
Flood lactation form. Lactation of stewardship. 343 guilty lactation. Lactating superintendent. Lactation of regret. Lactating James. Lactation of regret again. Admiral of lactation. Lactation of mercy. Lactating O'Malley. Lactating John. Lactating Sergeant Johnson. Lactating Milk MT.
Lactating Sergeant Johnson is a missed opportunity. Take out the sergeant and you got you got lactating Johnson.
Oh gosh. Lactating
beautiful.
Lactating Craig. The lactation sensation, my personal favorite.
That is a good one. That just rolls off the tongue.
I do like that one.
Lactation of truth. Prophet of lactation. Lactating Floridian.
I can't believe how many there are.
We're on page 3. Lactating Gator. Lactating German Panzer.
Lactating Gator started it all, didn't he?
Yeah.
Isn't he patient zero? He's patient zero.
Yes. Lactating German Panzer. Lactating Default. And UNSC Lactating Infinity.
Default has joined them?
Yes, he has.
Me and Default have beef. For whatever reason, me and him have beef whenever we play in the game nights. It's like on site. He joins and we just immediately start talking shit.
Yes. Very true.
It's fun.
You know, it's the way that
it's
is.
all out of love.
You want to know like one of the coolest parts about this whole like soundboard thing now is that I can just change the sound that is when the quiz show happens, which is one moment.
Oh,
yeah, yeah, and I can do this.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I'm gonna real quick inform our quiz show guest that he can join.
Are we doing this?
Oh, did you hear that?
No. It's just
confirmed. James is schizophrenic.
You don't need to do the schizo thing anymore. It's fine.
I thought
he's like, wait. He's like,
it's not anymore. I have to change. It's much easier to be like.
He's
hey,
like the noises weren't. He's like the noises weren't real. He's like, I've heard him the whole time.
No. It's James. They've never been there.
But I liked the whole. Did you guys hear that? Oh my goodness.
I mean, I could keep on like feeding your mental illness if you want.
What?
But the sound's never been there, James.
Yeah, I know. We pretended it was there.
No, we didn't, James. What are you talking about?
James, you're very sick.
What is going on?
First last week with treating him like garbage for after winning the quiz. He was doing a little.
I beat Connor 9-1.
Don't be so. You're being Connor.
No,
But he lost.
The thing is,
Connor won.
I lost.
Connor won.
For what? Was it a Halo quiz?
No,
Yeah.
I said Connor won, and so he did.
Yeah, they just said, F you. You lose. I still don't have my credits.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, here comes our astute guest.
No, where's my credits?
Anyway, here he is, Shifter. How are you doing, my friend?
Sorry, everyone, but it appears that we had unknown technical difficulties that weren't caught until after the show was wrapped for the day. This error will be corrected in next week's episode. For now, enjoy the awkward silences as we talk to no one. Deep apologies to our guest, Mr. Shifter. And yes, I am an AI voice and not the real Austin. You can't tell me what to do.
Hello?
Friend? Please. There you are. Okay, there we
Friend,
are. Cool.
please.
I was terrified. Well, everybody, welcome, Mr. Shifter. His little fun fact that he wanted to have on the air here is that he's an amateur blender artist and a painter. You have 2 official paintings. Official in what sense?
In his own sense, that's what matters.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just in the parentheses here. It's just, I have 2 official paintings. I suppose that's true. That, you know what? Nobody can take that away from you. That is utter truth. How's your evening been going? Oh. Yeah.
Oh, I thought we lost.
Are we lagging behind a little bit? I wonder if we're actually lagging behind a little bit.
We're ahead. He's behind.
He's behind. Oh no.
Yes.
Oh no. That's fine. I think we have a little bit of a delay in our Discord call here, which is the most unfortunate thing ever, but it's fine. We can work around it. That's chill. We're all friends here. It'll be just something to adjust. We'll be good. So how about we hop over and see if we can get you 500 credits today? How's that sound to you? Sure thing. The confidence. Let's do this.
Hey, the lag. I think the delay got a little better.
Probably. It'll straighten itself out. It's the internet.
I didn't like the way you said that.
On the internet?
Stop. Don't forget what I told you, Austin.
I'm not going to forget.
If you don't recognize me as winner, I will give away every answer.
I don't think you're going to be able to do that here.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You know what?
He's
You
gonna
can
take it as a challenge.
Now listen, I'm gonna remind you, Shifter, of the rules here, just so that you're up to speed and you know exactly what you can and cannot do as a good old guest. You have 3 available incorrect answers. If you get 4, you lose. If you need it, you have a lifeline. You can ask Shane or James to answer a question on your behalf. And it's not always the case that they know the answer, so you gotta be very careful.
I will give you a decent sign if you should not pick me.
His decent sign being, don't pick me.
Pick me.
All right, so are you ready to begin?
I think we shouldn't give him a clue. I think that makes it more fun if he doesn't know.
He's like,
if
all
we're
right,
gonna
I
know the
picked
answer or
Shane.
not."
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I don't know. Are you ready to begin, my friend? All right, let's do this. First question. Spartan Fred's Sierra number is 141, 104, or 140. It's 104. You got it right. You don't got to be worried. You got this. I already believe in you. You're off to a good start.
You're lucky I care.
You got this. Oh, sweet. That's a really good one. Are you enjoying that one? Because that's one of my favorite novels. Oh, okay. So you're all the way. Yeah, you already got past some of the coolest bits with the ODSTs and stuff. That whole novel is fantastic. Highly recommend. All right, so next question. The author of Halo Epitaph is Troy Denning, Karen Travis, or Kelly Gay? Sure. Is the author of Halo Epitaph Troy Denning, Karen Travis, or Kelly Gay? It is Kelly Gay, unfortunately. Karen Travis is a very popular author, known for mostly her works with Kilo 5 trilogy, but Kelly Gay is the other, probably one of the more known authors for the non-mainline novels, which this one that's coming up is probably going to be one of the most impressive ones that she's done with the Halo franchise so far. So very much looking forward to reading that one. Now, this one... No, that's completely fair. Kilo 5 is a fantastic trilogy. Not even going to argue that. Next up, the author of Halo Defiance is Alexander Furman, Alex Mason, or Aaron Burr.
Alex Mason.
It's Alexander Furman. That's one of our favorite novels.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Oh gosh. That's why I read, the whole thing, because I wanted to. Oh gosh. It's fine. It's fine. If anybody wants the rant, you can get it from last week. You play as Fireteam Blank in Halo 4 Spartan Ops, Domino, Majestic, or Crimson. Hell yeah, it's Crimson. That's one of the best things ever. Honestly, if you really look at what Crimson did, they're kind of cracked, especially if it was me and Shane playing as Crimson. Just saying. We played it all the time.
Yep.
It was a good time. Good times. Next up, what was the intended purpose of the Spartan program? Was it to quell insurrection, fight alien bastards, or to do propaganda campaigns like Captain America? It was to quell insurrection. It would be kind of funny if they just made a bunch of super soldiers to do propaganda, but they might have. Who knows? Aren't they so cool? Joined the UNSC today.
They are used as propaganda, but that wasn't the intended purpose.
Yeah, they were pretty good eventually when you could just be a normal dude and be a Spartan leader.
Yeah. Instead of being kidnapped.
I want to be Master Chief, says this random Marine that did pretty good in the field. Next up, Cortana's last words to John after defeating the Didact were, "Thank you, John. Welcome home, John. Or you found me." Welcome home, John? I'm making you second guess yourself. I believe in you. I believe in you. You got to give me a definitive, though. You very well should. You're almost done. Okay, your final answer is thank you, John. Maybe. Okay, I need a definitive. I need an answer. Final answer. Okay. The answer is, in fact, welcome home, John. I'm so glad you didn't go with the first one.
I was sitting here just flailing my arms the whole time. I'm like, please say 2 or call on me for help.
That's fair. That's fair. Wait, actually, Halo 4 is not Halo 5. That's fair. Fair enough.
You wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't understand my pain. All right, next up. At the end of Halo First Strike, there is a golden retriever with 3 legs, 4 legs, or 5 legs. 3-legged golden retriever is correct. We all love this dog. Yes, it's adorable. It's so cute. We love this dog. I keep forgetting the dog's name, but we love her anyway. You're almost done. In fact, if you actually get at least this next one correct, any of these next 3, you will have won. So let's get this wrapped up properly. Chief would have died at the beginning of the war if it weren't for the actions of Spartan Kurt, Spartan William, or Spartan Samuel. Samuel. It's fine. I'm over. Why do you keep staring at me like this, James? This man's just been staring at me with the most, like, standing by waiting to answer the questions on your behalf glare I've ever seen.
Actually, I'm squinting a lot.
Like kind of like a Clint Eastwood thing going on. This member of Noble Team has a fan-made visual novel that the fans, 343 and Bungie all love greatly. The original Noble 6, Carter or June. It's June. Bonus points if you can tell me what the name of it is.
It's actually January.
Fistful. This guy knows his stuff. He was guaranteed the win from the very beginning. This member of ODST Squad Alpha 9 retired from the service for a brief period of time. Mickey, Buck, or Dutch. It was yeah. See, no, man, you should have been confident from the very beginning. You know your stuff. You got this. You win the 500 credits.
The Halo 4 one, you threw us for a loop, and you threw yourself for a loop. You had it right. Just Austin being a bastard really made you second guess yourself.
But hey, you did it. You got it. You got the questions right. This is everything that we need from you. So yes, congratulations. What do you think you're going to use the 500 credits on? You just going to stockpile, or you got something in the store that you're like, oh, finally, I can get it now?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Don't tell us that.
Hold on. Wait, no, I listen, I can't judge you for spending money on the store, except do you have the cat ears?
Get him off the show. Get him off the show. Get him off the show.
Based.
Shane, please, let's be civil about this.
Get him off the show. Get him off now.
I appreciate you.
I don't want to listen.
Oh, gosh.
At least my ears aren't cat ears. That I spent money for.
Maybe not. Cat ears weren't really all that expensive. I don't remember them being that expensive. Weren't? What? I thought they were even cheaper than that. I could have swore they were like 200. That's why everyone got them. Well, my friend, thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations on winning once again. We'll reach out to you after the show to make sure you get your credits. You may absolutely go on. All right. Thank you for joining us. Wow.
I was not ready for that. I'm like, oh no, he's one of them. James, what's
what's up?
Fucking problem?
What's up?
You insult my Halo intelligence.
How so?
You said there was no way I would be able to give him answers.
Yeah.
I knew every answer.
Except the book ones.
No, I knew those too.
Did you really?
Okay. My bad.
Rude.
Yes.
Rude.
Can we still do, what is it? It was a Halo Kahoot. Can we still do that one of these days?
Well, yeah. I'm going to have to change it because there's some like inside jokes that no one would understand in there.
Oh, you're just going to reuse the one that we made a while back?
I'll just change the ones
that are... there was some good ones on there.
Yeah.
Maybe add a little bit more diversity because they were very Halo Wars.
No, that was the first one. I don't have the first one anymore.
Okay, because I remember the first one was like all Halo Wars, and Connor and James are just sitting there like,
yeah, that was fun.
Literally half the questions start in Halo Wars 2.
And James and Connor just are like,
I didn't realize it until that day because I had just finished Halo Wars 2.
There was probably more Halo Wars than like actually original trilogy questions.
My favorite question is, what does ODST stand for? And one of the options was, oh damn shit, Trent. That was one of my favorite. Trent is one of our buddies, and he really is not too big on Halo. But one of the questions on this Kahoot, me, Austin, James, and a few others were doing It was what does ODST stand for, and it was one of the options were "Oh damn shit, Trent." It was gave me a laugh.
I was happy with that. I'm very happy with that whole quiz. I just definitely need to update it if I want to make that a public thing that you can actually like.
So we can, considering we have a whole new Halo game as well, we can throw questions in there.
Oh yeah, no, I can definitely do that. But before we continue on with today's topic, which
Patreons.
you know what, James, I'm gonna apologize.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have insulted your intelligence like that. You're smart. You know your Halo. You need to read more books, but you know your Halo.
Where's the twist coming?
There is no twist. You need to read more books. That's it.
Why don't you tell him to read more books?
Because he's not going to read them.
that's the realest answer you probably could have freaking gave.
You think I am?
Yes.
I know all this stuff because of lore videos.
Yeah, but
Here's the
you're
thing.
just as curious as I am. You just haven't given
Maybe
in yet.
give me what's a short book, Halo book I can read, like a short one.
You want the shortest one?
So I can at least see, like, because on it's Halo, I can get into it, but like I need a short one, and I'll probably just do like an audiobook on it.
Halo Smoke and Shadow is about Sergeant Forge's daughter.
Interesting. Is it a good one?
Yes, it's about Sergeant Forge's daughter.
Okay.
And it's the start of a trilogy. So if you really like it,
how long is it?
not long. It is one of the shortest novels. I don't think it even reaches 200 pages.
Okay.
I can't remember. I haven't actually read that one yet. I haven't opened it before. The other shortest one would be New Blood, and New Blood took like, I didn't read the actual physical novel at the time. At the time, I didn't have any of them. I was listening to them on Audible. And that novel was a little over 4 hours long, and that's very short for a novel.
That's quick.
Yeah. So
I mean, you could finish that in, like, I mean, you could finish it in one sitting if you wanted to.
pretty much.
But like, my mindset is like when I'm at the gym on like the treadmill, I'll just like play it because I'm not doing anything anyways. Like I'll just play it like the audiobook.
I mean, it's a really easy way to get all that audiobook stuff in there.
right.
It's just the unfortunate thing is that sometimes the guy reading the audiobook is not the best.
Yeah. I mean, I can look past. I mean, sometimes that like you need a good, narrator.
If I hear Mjolnir one more time, I swear, dude, if I hear Mjolnir one more time, there's other examples of them saying words weirdly, but I can't remember what those words are. But I don't know. Do you listen to the audiobooks or did you just read the books outright?
Audiobooks.
Okay. So can you remember any of the times that they said some weird stuff?
No.
Okay, thank you. Are you absolutely just chilling, vibing? Like you look utterly relaxed right now.
His alcohol definitely hit him. It did, didn't it? It did. It definitely did. That's why he was quiet the whole time. It hit him hard.
I was quiet because I was filled with rage and contempt for my stolen title and my insulted intelligence.
I don't think your intelligence was insulted.
He said I wouldn't know any of those answers.
I genuinely didn't think you would. I
mean, here's the thing. I knew a decent bit. Like, if I knew him, why wouldn't you assume he would know?
Well, because here's the thing. The thing is that I haven't gotten to see your guys' intelligence relating to Halo very much at all, because I'm the one hosting the show primarily. So
what about when I won, granted against Connor, but I still won last week?
Those questions were purposefully designed to be like pretty surface level, if you remember.
Yeah.
So I was just like, well, yeah, of course he knows this stuff.
Yeah.
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 You insult my intelligence.
Listen, all I knew about you was that you know about the Covenant, and there were a couple times where it was like, well, I haven't read about that one yet. And I'm like, okay. So I just had no idea. Hey, you're proving it to me now. So thank you. I appreciate that.
We've known each other for years.
And I know very little about
We've
how much you know
talked
about
Halo a lot.
Mostly theory and opinion.
This guy.
Yeah, because it's completely baseless. Anyway, friends, the guys listening, guys and gals listening, if you want to join the community, you can go to discord.gg/JumperScape. If you want to support us directly, you can go to patreon.com/JumperScape or ko-fi.com/JumperScape. No updates on projects just yet because that's for next week's meeting that we're going to have. And that'll be a good time to figure out. But for now, we do have to acknowledge the growing list of patrons, which you guys are popping off right now. It's very supportive, very much helpful. It's making a lot of things that we want to do in 2024 actually possible. So thank you very much for that. To acknowledge these folks, Mr. Shifter was just here, and he's the highest on the leaderboard currently when it comes to supporting roles. We have him as our one and only monitor. The ever faithful Dark Salad 42 is our one chieftain. Our Oni guys, Dick Hammerbush and Its Default 456. Our specialists, Kyle Hooley, Last Dawn Reactions, Mo Maggot Yalin, and Spartan Habuko G156. I hope I said that name correctly. Then we have our Hell Jumpers, Connor Clark, Dylan, Lactating Milk MT, Mass the Merc 664, Onyx Diablo, The Lactation of Mercy, and Tom Church. Our Marines, Brennan Pfeiffer, Eliza, Keith Montubach, I hope I say that correctly, Lactating Gator, Vermin, and our cadets, Aussie ODST, Damian Groth, Dragon Eye, Drew Ledbetter, Hayden Hamilton, Jacob Adlam, Pity 104, Tyler Neal, Wraith, and X Threetian. And last but certainly not least, our civilian, one and only, Ungoifu Nipple. Thank you guys for your support. It has gone a long way.
Woohoo,
We
I'm going
appreciate
for
you.
nipple.
Yes.
So, question, and you can feel free to include this or not. So what's next in like as far as like upgrades and what we need to get for the
Upgrades
show,
for
like
the-
from the Patreons?
So
like, what are we planning to get?
Are you talking just a broad
Well, I mean,
sense?
I know like the Patreon, like mics, all like everything we have like equipment and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know like what is next that we need to get,
Well,
or
right.
what do we want to get?
Well, right now we're first of all, I'm considering replacing this table.
Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Because the thing is, I like it, but I can't even use the really nice microphone stands that I got.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Hear me out.
Okay.
This may or may not be the most ideal. And this is just me spitballing. If we run out of shit to buy, like at the Patreon, like, and we don't like just if we start collecting the money.
Yes.
So, and again, if this could very well just straight up not work, but I think it's a cool idea and it kind of just came to me.
Yes.
We get a long L-shaped, like I guess desk going from like here and it goes right here, and we all have our own stations.
Right. We take an L.
Yeah. But yeah, basically. That way, like, and we all have our own stations. Like we have obviously headset, mic. If we want to bring, we can buy like our own, like nothing crazy, like our own monitors or PCs, or bring our laptops and stuff like that. So if we want to look something up, watch it, we can screen share with each other.
Okay.
It's just an idea. Like
So-
it doesn't. I don't. Like I said,
It's not a bad idea.
No, I was gonna say it's just spitballing an idea. If we
Yeah,
run out
no.
of stuff,
The only pushback that I have for that, and I'm wondering if you probably observed the same thing. One of the best things about being able to do this in person is I can see your faces. And
oh
Well, yeah, we just all be sitting.
no, I get it, but I mean it's like like me and Connor could be over here YouTube. Like it's not like we could just be like, you know, just turn around and look at each other.
yeah,
You know what I
it's,
mean?
it's just, it's a more, I don't know.
I totally get it.
I like the idea though. The idea.
I think decor.
Yeah, I want
It's
to
a
change
little-
this entire setup here.
No, if we want to get extreme,
Okay.
building off that, go like here's the thing. Across from my house, and we're probably not close, but like just say like we're going quick, and it doesn't seem like we're slowing down anytime soon. I'd imagine we're going to be doing this.
You're gonna love the numbers that we
You're-
have at the meeting next week.
Yeah, no shit. But it's more or less like if like maybe 2 years down there, if we keep growing like this, we keep getting good guests on, we keep growing our platform. We get like, and I don't want it to feel like work. But imagine if like we rented out like a small office space strictly for this.
There's an office space across from your house.
Yes, there's a thing right across the road. It's advertised. It says office space available. So like imagine like we got like we'd be renting it out obviously, and it probably wouldn't be depending on I don't know how big it is, but again this is just me spitballing an idea.
Yeah.
Like imagine like we've had like a small office like the size of the basement, you know, down here,
Yeah.
and we rent it out, and you know the Patreons, you know, God willing, we still are doing well, and I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be. Like a year or two down the road, and we just go about it that way. Or on the other hand, I would like to have a house in the next 2 years. So, I mean, I'd be willing to do it at my house, but I think an office space would be cool and we can kind of decorate it.
Well, the way that this is, the trajectory is going, it's kind of interesting how more and more likely it is that JumperScape will actually be something bigger than it is right now.
Well, I mean, the way we're growing, yeah.
Hey there, Halo fans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our friends right after these messages.
So, to get us started with our topic for today.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yes, we're not just a buddy show. We have to actually do our job.
I forgot about that part.
Today's topic is Dr. Catherine Halsey, believe it or not.
Catherine.
Mom.
What? Oh, yeah, George. Everyone thought. Well, I mean, it's still accurate.
Nate, when I played with Nate, when me and him did our Halo, when I went through Halo
Our friend
Reach.
who only went through Halo Reach for the first time in his 20s.
Yeah, he was a PlayStation guy.
Yeah.
We played C. We went to Reach, and then we went to CE. So we went in order.
Chronological.
Yes, we went in chronological order. We left off on CE. Actually, did we beat 2? I think me and him beat 2. So we're on ODST.
Mm-hmm. Which of course I'm going to join for.
Yes, I was going to say you guys can join if you want. That'll be a good one. Whenever me and him get to, we've been getting on and playing Hell Let Loose, but then ODST, and then I'm really, really excited for Halo 3 again.
See, I've started taking my girlfriend through Halo, and I chose release order.
How's that going?
We are only halfway through CE at the moment.
Nice.
I joined their party the other day when they were going through it, and it was like they were like, "Oh, we have to go back. Oh, we have to go through here again." I'm like, "Yep, that sounds like Combat Evolved. It's tedious."
Here's the thing. I love Combat Evolved.
You have to.
I think its combat loop has actually aged really well.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's probably the best feeling.
Level design, not so much, unfortunately.
It's not so bad if you have the entire thing memorized in the back of your mind, like it's been burned into your skull.
I've summoned you in my brain a couple times.
Good.
Because it was funny. The last mission we played was Guilty Spark.
That one's fun.
And it was her first exposure to the Flood, and it was fun. Except she was getting really cranky and tired. And the most frustrating thing to go through is the Flood smacking you in the face over and over again. Yes. So I was like, okay, I got this. And I just was like, I remembered those words you've spoken to me, the illusion of necessity.
Yes.
I literally just ran through all the way to the tower outside. And I'm like, oh, I actually have to kill these guys.
Yep. You want to know something kind of fascinating, actually? The thing that triggers the cutscene at the end, the Sentinels have to die.
Oh, I would have just killed them if I knew that.
Yeah, you just kill the Sentinels, or you just wait a little bit, because you kill the Sentinels, wait 30 seconds, and then it's over. Or you actually kill all the Flood, which takes much longer, which you probably did.
It didn't take that long.
It takes much longer in comparison to 30 seconds.
About a minute.
Wow, good job. Wait, normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not. What do you think I'm going to take? You barely played a first person.
Listen, my bad. Listen, I'm the one that threw.
Here's legendary.
I threw my wife into the meat grinder. And not actually for like our first playthrough. We never actually Actually, no, we haven't really gone through the whole campaign together. She just kind of did it on her own free will before we were married. So yeah, she went through CE on it easy by herself.
See, we might do, I'd say by Halo 3, I'll probably up it to heroic. Not going to do it for Halo 2.
No.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Honestly, I would turn it to easy for her on Halo 2, because even normal is a little too cranked.
Are you on easy with her now?
No, normal.
You're on normal now? I don't know. I'd say just,
I'm going to keep it on normal.
I was going to say, she's got to adjust at some point.
It takes a bit.
I mean, she's doing fine with Halo. Like,
Rainbow Six.
She keeps shooting her assault rifle in bursts, and I always find it a little funny.
That is pretty funny.
That's the fun of the CE assault rifle. You just mag dump. You just hold it down.
Yeah, she's like.
Hey, Halo 3, that guy's like short control burst. Yep. She's just getting clairvoyant out here. Yeah, I actually remember very well.
She gets lost really easily. She'll be like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Look for the green arrow." She's like, "I don't see it." I'm like, "I have to come back." I'm right here.
Just get in her face. I'm right here.
I'll be like, turn around, and then she'll just turn like the wrong way. I'm like, all the way.
Oh gosh.
So Halsey.
Yeah, Halsey. Yeah, the one from Halo Reach.
Sorry, tangents.
Yes.
You know, now kind of here's a fun thing to talk about. Now, first, I want to clarify when we're talking about Halsey in this episode, we're not talking about everything relating to Halsey. We're talking specifically about the story of Halsey that we know from the games.
Can we talk about Halo Legends Halsey?
Yes.
Awesome.
And now there are other things. There is plenty of story
James the Wick is done.
relating
That's why this is
to
down here.
relating
James.
to Halsey, like, and her character and her story, but it's a lot, and I would need a much longer episode to talk about all of that. So we're just going to be talking about just simply Halsey from the games and cross over a little bit into some of the novel stuff so that we can at least explain some of the in between.
It's gone. Oh my gosh.
He's trying to light a candle and it's failing.
I told him it was gone. He persisted on trying.
So
I thought I had faith. Sorry that you guys don't believe in me.
I didn't say anything.
Gosh.
Can I have the other Red Bull?
No,
Okay.
unless you need it.
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I know I have to do some other stuff after.
Yeah, go for it.
Or you know.
What?
Huh?
Is this the button? Hold on. That's the button.
No, my I have to do with the stuff for the mod later, right?
What, mod?
My elite voices.
Oh, yeah. The mod that we're doing all the voices for the unit. That's public knowledge.
Yeah, I was just I thought you'd know what I was talking about.
No,
'Cause
I
thought
forgot
you
about it
remembered that I had
entirely.
to do it.
Yeah, no, I forgot about that entirely.
And then I assume we're doing an after show because we haven't done one in like 3 weeks.
Yes, of course we are.
I will leave $1 in your refrigerator for the
thank you.
Red Bull.
That'll actually cover one of the V8s I have. So to get us started, I very much want to talk about Halsey's first appearance, which is kind of funny, the backstory of that. Halsey, kind of shockingly enough, I don't even think was mentioned in the games until Halo Reach. Like, she's not mentioned in Combat Evolved.
Off the top of my head, no, I don't.
She's not in Halo 2. She's not in Halo 3.
It was Reach.
Not even mentioned in ODST.
Was she in any terminals or no?
I don't remember her ever being in the terminals. No.
I mean, like at least mentioned, not like actually. But like,
Basically, the only times that we ever saw her mentioned would be in the novels and maybe in the game books that came in the cases. Because Halo 2 had these things that were like conversations from the universe or something like that. And I think there was something in there relating to Halsey. But yeah, no, the first time we ever saw her and that we ever even like heard of her was Reach. And I remember being a small child and be like, who is this lady? And
Mom.
yeah, and I'm
It's
like,
Mom.
Mom? George's mom? I had no idea about Halsey or like her being the origin of the Spartan program and everything. I just thought she was just some random chick from Halo Reach that was important. Or to Planet Reach, not the game, but she was just on Reach and she's a scientist, so she's important. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I don't know how she's the mother of this Spartan, but you know, that's fine, whatever. But no, she's got a very long backstory. And in fact, there are a couple of things that I do want to address when it comes to her actual youth. Kind of funny thing about her is that she's just a freaking genius in many, many ways. Because whenever she was younger, she was straight up like she had an opportunity to get her a doctorate and all of that. I think she was. Oh, I'm trying to do the math in my head. Hold on. 15. She was 15 years old when she got her doctorate. Genius.
also,
Yes.
Albert Einstein's IQ was between 160 and 180.
Yes.
Halsey's was around 200.
She's a genius. That's freaking amazing. What did you just look up to get that information?
Google. I looked up Dr. Halsey's IQ.
That's
And
that's
on
awesome.
Halopedia. It was around 200.
That's insane.
Yes, and
Smart lady.
Yes,
That's a very
Albert
smart
Einstein
lady.
was between 160 and 180.
Did you have that info off the top of your head?
I immediately compared her to him.
Okay, I was
so
totally
I,
like-
off the top of my head, I just looked it up.
I was hoping you just have this random niche knowledge about Albert
No,
Einstein.
no.
But that's
And
awesome.
And now presenting The Life of Albert Einstein, narrated by Shane.
Please go forward.
He's smart.
This was The Life of Albert.
Kind of a interesting thing is that she's only, I don't know if she's played chess against other people that aren't Cortana, but one of the funniest things is that the whole chess thing that Cortana's about with like, the whole, when the game is over, the king and the pawn go into the same box. Great quote, by the way. That is actually a quote from her mother, because she would play chess with her mother. And she only lost against her mother one time, and that was the first time they played. Every other time after that, she won, though. It's just the way of the way that things work.
Well, that's nice.
Yes. So fast forwarding all the way to Halo Reach, we find Halsey first starting to talk about this whole latchkey discovery, which we don't really know a whole lot about unless you get into her journal, which was something that I think came along with the Halo Reach limited edition copies. Originally had 2 pages torn out, but we now have those extra 2 pages that were torn out, so we just know what those are. I haven't read through the whole thing, though. If you want to know more about that, just go to Installation 00. He's got the whole journal fully voice acted and everything. It's a great time. But part of this discovery is it's what they need basically to get Cortana functioning, get everything operating the way that they need. Although it could also have been in reference to they discovered Halo, but I don't quite remember what the candidates were for that quote unquote latchkey discovery. So I can't say that off the top of my head. But she's on Reach and she's basically pouring the knowledge and information from this Forerunner structure that's underneath the surface of Reach into this new construct of Cortana. And she's made Cortana off of cloned brains, her cloned brains. And that comes back way later, but we're going to get back to that in a little bit. So that was the first time we ever saw Halsey. But of course, she now becomes like a much more prominent character after that. Because I think 343 were like, oh, wait, this character is actually like really cool and awesome. We should probably actually make her important going forward beyond just she's the reason these children have no childhood. So we next meet Halsey in Halo 4. Not during the campaign, though, in Spartan Ops. And yes, she's all upset because she's like, dude, you did not tell me that John was not only like alive, but he was on this ship. Like, what the hell? Reasonably upset because she freaking loves all of her quote unquote kids. And she feels horrible for what she did to them. Now, it is still a moral discussion whether or not it was justified, because she doesn't think that it was justified. Now, First Strike, in fact, has her give Chief a choice. In First Strike, she pulls Chief aside and says, hey, I have 2 crystal data chips. One of them has all of the superficial data of the flood and everything you encountered on Halo. The other one contains all of that, including the information that I now have that Johnson is immune to the flood because he has Brahms, I think it's called Brahms syndrome, which is basically too much plasma radiation. Now your cells are consistently regenerating in weird, strange ways that the flood can't infect, because the way the flood works, of course, being that when you get infected, they can basically kind of like, sort of like if you want to connect it to Bluetooth sort of thing.
A lot of people like will bring up Johnson immune to the flood thing and be like, he's immune to the flood, he's so badass. It's like, well, the flood, just because you're immune to the flood doesn't mean they can't still rip your throat out.
Yeah, they can still kill you. But he can't be infected. He actually has dead flood spores in his system floating around in his bloodstream. But the thing is that syndrome usually will kill you eventually. It's just he hasn't died yet. Even like if you catch it fast enough, you can get it treated and you won't die from it. But he didn't get it treated. He didn't want to. But he's still alive. And so because of that, though, this means that it's something that could be researched. Even though it's a 1 in a million chance that something like that could ever happen, Halsey knew that if Oni found out about Johnson, they would want him. They would want to pick him apart, rip him apart, figure out how it works. and then hopefully try to replicate it on as many people as they possibly can until they can beat the infection. But she didn't want to make the choice. She holds out these crystals for John and is like, I need you to make the choice. And John's obviously confused. Like, why are you making me make this choice? And she's like, I'm trying to teach you a lesson I should have learned a long time ago about how valuable each life is. And so the interesting thing about that is that according to First Strike, Chief hands over the data crystal to Oni that contains Johnson's information, not the one that doesn't have it. And it's an interesting interpretation of the whole thing, because Chief's interpretation of Halsey's words were basically, if I don't do this, millions of people across all these planets are susceptible to the flood. If I give them all the information, I might sacrifice Johnson's life, but I save millions more. But I think Halsey was trying to get at, don't sacrifice Johnson's life. It was a very interesting thing. But she's still regretful, but it's kind of the way of things. But now Oni is upsetty spaghetti because, they definitely weren't the ones that contracted Halsey to do the things that she did. And now she's a prisoner. She's not a huge fan of that, so she hits Roland with that undid iridium crap.
Undid iridium.
Undid. Yes, Dr. Halsey. That scene went hard, though. Like, have you watched that scene recently?
What is it?
Undid iridium.
Don't think.
When she turns Roland against the UNSC and makes him work for her for a brief moment.
Off the top of my head, I don't think I have.
Bro, what?
You played Spartan Ops.
Like multiple times with me. It's a cutscene.
It's been a while.
Dang,
I have
man.
to look. I'll have to watch it again.
Dang, man. It's one of the best ones.
Especially it's been a while. I really am drawing a blank on it.
It's one of the best scenes just because I love when Roland fixes himself. I mean, he just divides himself real quick, puts him back together. He's like, that's a dirty trick, dog. And then he just snaps his fingers and two Marines run in and they're just like, Doctor, what the hell? It's great. It's a fantastic scene, but Halsey has some tricks. That's for sure. I've had this conversation before with people in the server and I think they're actually correct. That is the one thing that the TV show did pretty darn well, is make Halsey one sleazy little chick. Like, she is dangerous with how much she's willing to sacrifice. That's not her.
They definitely nail the sense of self-importance.
Yes. It's just like, everything that I'm working on is the most important thing. Everyone else can just go die. It's fine.
As long as it keeps me working.
And of course, Halo 4 Spartan Ops would end with her going and defecting to Jewel Ndama. Ndama.
Wasted character.
Remember? Yeah, for real.
Gek.
Gek. I can't believe I blew up all of my brothers. Actually, you want to know one of the craziest things I found out about Gek recently?
Crazy.
I was crazy once.
Just tell me the thing.
Dude, Gek is one of the few people to ever break out of Midnight Facility.
Yeah, I knew that.
You knew? Okay, okay. When did you learn that?
I don't remember when I learned it.
Because I only learned that recently.
I just knew that.
I'm sad you never shared that. I would have loved to hear about that.
Honestly, we might have already said this in the Oni episode when we talked about Midnight Facility.
I have no idea. I just know that Midnight, I had no idea that Gek managed to get off of that thing.
Because Shane, guy in the chair, probably looked up if anyone has ever escaped from Midnight Facility.
But yeah, Gek, he made it out of there, and now he's dead. Poor guy. It's, shot in the back of the head.
Bro won that fight fair and square.
Like, honor, come on, man.
You should have let him kill Thorn and then he take him out.
Yes, especially since Thorn is never coming back.
Yeah. His voice actor's like, pay me like I am Bruce Willis.
I mean, to be fair, these days I don't pay Bruce Willis very much for any roles.
That was the first celebrity that popped in my brain.
Not a comment.
Pay
on
me
his
like I'm Brad Pitt.
Oh no, that's a lot of money. That was no comment.
Shout out Brad Pitt for playing the one invisible guy in Deadpool. Just
that was pretty funny
for like literally milliseconds.
Oh gosh, his movie Bullet Train is really good.
We haven't seen it.
It's really good.
Haven't seen it.
Stupid good.
Haven't seen it.
So Halsey unfortunately gets shot in the shoulder by Palmer, who is on execution mission.
Yeah.
Which it was unsurprising because Saren Osman, the new head of Oni after Parangoski, is similarly ruthless and is just like, I don't like the cut of her jib. It's just like, kill her. Granted, she is a significant threat if she decides.
And then Palmer's just like, yes, Lord Sidious.
And you know, she does that. I mean, sometimes I like the details. I don't know who Method Studios, the guys who did the cutscenes for Halo 4 and I think Halo 5 as well. Their little details are always nice and welcome. Like when Palmer is going in to kill Halsey, and she does that little like tilt, like little lean as she shoots. Like, yeah, that's it. Just pops her in the shoulder, and then Halsey follows up with the loudest scream I've ever heard come out of Jen Taylor's voice.
I mean, that would indeed be an ouchie.
It hurt. And then, you know, Joel and Don was like, well, clearly I can fix this. Just cuts off the arm.
I hope you don't need this for anything.
And so then later on, we finally cut back to Halsey way later after, you know, the whole Janice Key situation that was super cool and, you know, rounded up in a comic book. Halo 5. We finally get Osiris getting Halsey out of there by killing everyone.
Report, Science Lady's missing an arm.
There was a thing. Now, okay, there's a lot of recent, the Halo cycle is happening again where we're like, maybe I was too harsh on Halo 5.
Science Lady complains a lot.
Where are you getting these lines? I don't remember those ones.
The one grunt who just keeps walking back and forth to Halsey and some random elite on that one exploration level.
Okay.
On St. Helios.
Yeah, I definitely didn't spend as much time.
I hung out
as
a
you
lot
did.
of time in there just to see all the little interactions, and there's just this
Fair
grunt,
enough.
and he walks back and forth, and he'll go and report to Halsey and be like, we're moving this way and doing this, and she'll be like, okay, leave me alone. Like, and then he'll walk back to the elite and be like, Science Lady needs more crates, like, or something, like. But yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I didn't have anywhere else to go with that.
No, that's fair. Yeah, Halo 5 is definitely right now getting a lot of apologetic stuff going on. I still will hold that it was not a great campaign. I think it was.
No, it wasn't.
I think it was fun.
I don't think if that's even up for debate, that's kind of wild to me.
There's a lot of people. I think the most prominent figure that's behind the ideal of Halo 5 actually being a great experience is Halo Guy. He loves Halo 5. I can't take that from him, and nor will I blame him for it. He makes pretty good arguments. I can't lie, but I don't see it. I can't do it myself.
I mean, I probably have the most positive opinion on Halo 5.
Probably,
Definitely.
of us, yeah.
Definitely.
I really liked the campaign when I played it the first time. Then I thought about it a little too hard. And now I'm like in this weird place where I'm like, yeah, it is the worst.
You say,
but I still don't hate it.
Yeah,
I can almost say I hate it. The ending makes me sick to my stomach. The ending is bad. You play as Master Chief, like, what is it? How
2
many
missions?
Yeah, it's not good. The story is very, very lazy. I mean, here's the thing: you can have fun with it if you like put it on easy and just tear through everybody. But it's just like that is definitely by far the worst Halo campaign, and in general, I just don't think it's a good campaign.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't think I definitely didn't have fun playing it the first time. Although it is really fun on the mission Genesis, where you find a hidden body. If you teabag it 117 times, Exuberant Witness, the monitor, will get a freaking what's the name of the gun that shoots magnetic accelerated rounds, but it's in your hand?
Railgun?
The railgun. It shoots railguns out of her face. It's really funny, actually, and it's really useful in Legendary.
That is fun.
And you'll know it works because as you're teabagging, you'll suddenly hear. So that was a good time. Halo 5 has a couple things that are pretty cool about it. That mostly Halsey being there.
I like the whole St. Helios storyline.
Everything about the Sanghelio storyline is like the best part.
That is the best part of the campaign. And maybe it's because that's what I've actually revisited the most. That's why, like, my opinion is still like, I'd call it mixed instead of negative.
Well, yeah, anything that has to do with anything relating to the battle on Sanghelios is just utterly fascinating.
Yeah.
Because you have, like, it's weird but cool seeing the Civil War happening right there in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
But it was a difficult thing having to deal with stuff like them trying their very hardest to prove that Osiris is as good as Blue Team, which is very difficult to do when you have books and games and comics all backing up how good Blue Team is, and you have a total of a movie and one game to prove that Osiris is just as good.
I don't even know if just as good is really what they were trying to do. They're just trying to make you buy into them as a unit.
They didn't do a good job.
It was difficult to believe it.
I agree, but I don't think they were trying to make them look as good as Blue Team. Because Blue Team was one step ahead of them the entire game.
True, but what I used to say that is Osiris's intro versus Blue Team's intro. Osiris with their awesome tearing up the mountain, and then Blue Team doing a very accurate, very smart move. But in comparison, it's like, oh, okay. And then that's one of the 2 missions you get to play as Chief.
Right. I think you're reading too much into it a little bit.
I don't.
Because I think that cutscene in the beginning is really cool. But I don't think it's supposed to be a contest.
I don't think it's supposed to be a contest. I think they're trying their best to make the characters as cool as possible so that we believe better that they can stand up against Blue Team. Especially in that Chief versus Locke fight, where I don't think they could stand a chance against him.
After the opening cutscene for Fire Team, they just went downhill. Like, I can't think of anything like cool for them.
I do remember the one cutscene with Blue Team though, where Chief says "focus fire" and then they don't focus fire. Though.
Focus fire. They all shoot radically in different directions.
Although I will say the prison scene where you get to kind of like walk around and check out all of the different trinkets that Cortana's collected.
It is pretty neat.
It was pretty wild. Cortana in that game is just wild in general, though. There is actually the interesting thing. I think they said there's a possibility that the beginning of Halo 5, where it's, you know, at the end of all of this, they'll order you to kill us both or something like that. Supposedly it's supposed to be taking place after Halo 5, but before Infinite. It's supposed to be like the stages before Shadows of Reach, where she sends Blue Team to go get more of her brains.
Yeah.
Something like that. Something very smart, obviously, because Halsey did do that. She sent Blue Team back to Reach to try to find her old lab to get more of her brains so that she can make another Cortana. But the interesting thing about the weapon, and this is not very difficult to miss, is that part of her naivete, the part of her that makes her sort of like almost toddler brain, is that I think Halsey straight up programmed her to not have any of Halsey's personality traits, because
good idea.
Yeah, the weapon is not a megalomaniac by any means by any meaning of the word, and also is completely naive to most things and is basically learning everything on the fly.
Maybe it's a friend.
No. What? No. But the sad thing is we have no idea if Halsey's still alive. We don't know if she was even on the Infinity.
I would imagine she's alive. I would at least hope, because if they just kill her off and just like when we next get the next Halo campaign, like, oh, Halsey died when the Infinity was like, that's just going to be really, really, really stupid. Or if they kill her off in a fucking book, so help me God. It's just like, I'm so tired of all the cool shit happening in a book. Like, it gets so old.
Yeah. But we do have some stuff to look forward to. I'm thinking, because again, I don't really think that Halsey will actually be dead. I don't think that's going to be something that can happen, just because of the stuff that she's already had to survive and the things that she's already done. She's smart. She's way too smart for falling for something like that. She probably already knew the Banished would take out the Infinity way beforehand, because like we said before, she's an intelligent person, ridiculously intelligent. She's a step ahead of everybody all the time. The amount of times that she's intelligently deleted portions of Cortana's memory, She's hacked into Oni AI. Like there was an Oni AI that tried to sneak their way into Halsey's lab to steal data from her and to spy on her basically and shut down Cortana and stuff like that. And Halsey was just straight up, you know that I designed you, right? Like I designed everything about you. I know everything about you. And the Oni AI is like, you don't know anything about me. I know everything about you. And Halsey's like, okay. And is just typing on this computer. And he's like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm just typing in this code that's going to basically melt down your core. And he's like, what? And he's gone. She's brutal, very ruthless in many cases, which is, necessary if you're going to kidnap kids.
Thank you, Halsey. Very cool.
Thank you, Halsey.
Hey there, Halo fans. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with our friends right after these messages.
Do you think that she... Okay, there's a double layer thing. First of all, do you think that her actions were justified? And second of all, do you think she is in any position to second guess her choices? Because there is the position of being like, no, you don't get to feel sad about what you've done.
I think anyone can feel remorse. That doesn't make it okay, but I think she definitely is in the right to feel some type of remorse, but
it doesn't excuse you.
No, you can feel remorse, but it doesn't excuse you for, it doesn't, like, no one's claiming that she's a saint for what she did. Granted, her invention saved humanity, but that wasn't its intended purpose, and you still kidnapped hundreds of children. So it's just like, you can feel bad, like it's all about growth and character development. It's like you do something bad, something good happens, and you reflect, probably should have did that differently. It's just character development.
Yeah.
I would say her actions were justified, but I think they were only justified because of extraordinary circumstances.
The Covenant.
The actual design of the Spartan program, I don't think was justified. The actual,
the original intention.
Yes.
Just for insurrectionists, I think Spartan.
I don't know if just for insurrection is a good way to put it, because the insurrection was a significant threat. If humanity had actually turned on each other like it was about to, I mean, the insurrection had already threatened nuclear war, and the UNSC is out here like, we don't want that. And the insurrection's like, that's too bad.
That's what we want. We don't care if we die. We're going to take you with us.
There's also the double intention. It wasn't just, I want to make sure that humanity doesn't kill each other. It was, I want to make the next step in human evolution, which she basically did. Because not only did she make these Spartans, but she perfected a method of finding the perfect human genome. Like, not just anybody could be a Spartan too. She had a very meticulous process that she would go through to make sure that the people that she picked to be Spartan 2s were built as perfect human beings as she could find. Like, they are the best in terms of intelligence, IQ, in terms of their physicality, everything.
So, in reality, you're not really helping her case, because you're basically just saying she was a eugenics expert.
If you want to take it in that direction, I suppose. But that's the thing, is that I wouldn't say that, because these Spartans were picked from a wide range of different people. They have all sorts of cultural backgrounds, all sorts of that stuff. She was simply looking to perfect the human form, not particularly like, I only want Spartans with blue eyes, blonde hair.
That's not the direction I was going either. That's not what eugenics means necessarily.
I definitely see why his mind jumped there, though. Like mine did.
But it's still bad. Eugenics is still bad.
Well,
it's basically saying, like, humans are imperfect. I'm going to weed out the imperfect traits. Now, there wasn't the other part of it, but there was the selectiveness of it. And if this is what she believes should be the future, there's probably some horrific things that would have to happen for that to be the real future.
Maybe, but it also could be rather natural if she was able to figure out, well, she probably did figure out how to make it so that the augmentation effect translates to the next children. We do know that Spartan 1.1s or something.
But that's the slippery slope right there, because like you said, only certain people with certain traits can be Spartan 2s. What happens, can be Spartans in general, is what I'm guessing.
Well, I think the way that the look at it is instead that she's not looking to weed out the imperfections. She's looking for one day the perfectionism is just in everyone. Like, you can't be imperfect. Not to say that she went out of her way to make it so that the imperfect couldn't get to be perfect, but more in the way that by making...
I think it just adds to the dystopian, authoritarian, like, nature of the UNSC.
Yes, although most of the commanders in the UNSC were like, what is that? Oni was like, oh, don't worry about it. And then later, we have to worry about it. They're so contradictory sometimes.
Yeah.
We should do another episode on Oni. I think we didn't. I think we have more that we could say about them.
Probably.
Because they're wild.
Yeah.
They're insane. Anyway, we've actually been talking a lot longer than I was expecting. So you want to just jump over to the Q&A section of our discord.gg/JumperScape to enter into it?
Sure.
Okay.
I formulated 2 different sentences.
That was
into one.
confusing as hell.
Okay, so we have a lot. Oh my gosh. People just keep on asking us questions, guys. What is wrong with these people? Okay. Here we go. We're going to do 10 because we have so many and we can do that. So, Saiyan Rage Mo Maggot Yallet asks, who would be more disappointed in current day TikTok culture? Halsey, Sergeant Johnson, John, or Halo 3 Shipmaster?
Johnson.
Oh, I don't think Johnson. Johnson would probably have a TikTok page.
I think Halsey.
I think it's probably Halsey.
Imperfect.
I can just see, but I can just see like Johnson seeing like a bunch of these stupid dance trends and be like, what?
I can see him doing the dances.
I can't.
We have different interpretations. Of
He,
Johnson.
he has beaten young veterans in the club.
I can literally see, I only see him on there for looking at like half naked women and guns on TikTok. That's literally it. I don't see him laughing at these stupid trends that are going on. I don't know what world you see that, but I sure as hell don't.
At least more than Halsey, who probably would think this is setting back my work.
John and Artos just sitting there be like, what?
I just don't think
What's a
Artos would get
TikTok?
it. I just don't think he'd understand. I just think it'd be completely over his head.
TikTok.
I'm
Is that a
sticking-
covenant weapon?
I'm sticking with Johnson. I definitely see, for me, it's between Johnson or Halsey, but I don't see Johnson. Like you said, I think you saying Johnson doing the dance trends is kind of wild. I think that's a little far-fetched.
He's a fun guy.
He is, but he just likes guns, cigars, and women. Like I don't see
All
him,
of which are available on
And
TikTok.
clubbing.
I see him. I see him
think
okay with that. But
If
I
we
don't
had
see-
Johnson's phone right now, TikTok would be in it.
Okay, let's move.
Are
on.
we? Oh, hold on. Wait. I have to go into this. TikTok will be around in the 2500s.
Probably.
I hope not.
Can we not let that happen?
well, we're not going to live that long, so
Yeah, you're right. That's pretty cool. All right. Next up, the lactation sensation asks, when will Shane stop pretending to be upset and jump on the lactation bandwagon?
Never.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I will not be doing that.
James,
I
are you
promise.
going to hop onto it? Are you going to support them?
I support them until they poach my clan.
I don't.
Listen, the actions of one do not dictate the actions of many.
I don't
I-
support, but I don't discriminate. Like some of them just gross me out. They're funny. Don't get me wrong. They're funny, but like I'm not going to support, but I'm not going to discriminate either. I am neutral. I will laugh at some of the names, but I will eventually cringe at one that comes across.
Without neither condoning nor condemning. I understand.
Yeah.
Next. Oh my gosh. This guy's username used to be different, but this guy is part of the Connor clan, the Connor cult. Let's be clear about that.
Like Connor Cole.
Chironer asks, go to Subway / Chipotle order. So I guess just
Subway
pick one.
or Chipotle.
I think it'll be more interesting to go Subway.
I don't really get Subway that much.
Well, if you do have to get Subway,
I mean, I can do both of mine. I can do Subway and
can you just rattle it off?
Yeah, 100%.
Go for it.
My Chipotle order as of right now is double white rice, chicken, shredded cheese, and queso. It's very simple. Occasionally guac in it. That's a burrito. And then Subway is a foot long steak on Italian herbs and cheese with provolone, lettuce, mayo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wild.
Well, my go-to Chipotle is I get a bowl with white rice, steak, extra hot salsa, extra sour cream, extra cheese, and then I get an order of chips, and I use it as chip dip pretty much.
That's pretty
It's
neat.
really good.
That's a good call.
Subway, I get a foot-long turkey breast on Italian herbs and cheese with lettuce, onion, extra jalapenos,
Sure.
banana peppers, oil and vinegar, salt and pepper,
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be a hard
and
sandwich. to make.
jalapeno chips.
That's good.
And the fountain vitamin water that they got there.
Dude, listen. If you fill half the cup with Sprite and you fill the other half with the Triple X.
No, because I feel like I'm being a good boy getting the triple X.
Okay.
That defeats the purpose.
Fair enough. For Chipotle, double wrapped burrito with double steak, brown rice, and pinto beans. Throw in some queso, throw in some sour cream, throw in some guac, throw in some pico, and then wrap that bad boy up. Get a large order of chips just to eat it with queso, and that's pretty much it. Subway, that's difficult. I don't think I have a go-to one because I worked at Subway for 4 years of my life. And there is no such thing as a go-to order for me anymore. I just know all of it. And I could probably still to this day walk behind the line and make my own sandwich with the perfect proportions that they ask you to do. And it's painful to walk in every time and hear the door alarm because it still sets me off.
I have to get extra jalapenos at Subway because if I don't say extra, they give me like 3.
Well, that's not proper. They're supposed to give you 6.
Okay. Same thing. That's barely any. I know.
Yes.
What is it? 1 for every other bite. Is that supposed to be the mantra or something?
Yes.
That's stupid. How do you not want everything that's supposed to be in your sandwich in every bite?
That's just it's because, and from what I understand, it's because the guess is that if they're ordering jalapenos, they don't like them as much as they think they do.
That's dumb.
It
Really
is
dumb. Jalapenos on subs.
Well,
is
it's
good.
I don't like.
No, listen.
I don't like
every
them,
time there's
but still.
every time there's a policy like that, it's usually because we have some customer that got like multiple customers that got angry about it. Like, this is too hot.
The last time I went to Subway, I said extra jalapenos, and this lady grabbed the biggest handful of jalapenos I've ever seen and just covered the sandwich in them. And I was a happy camper.
How old was said lady?
Like probably like 40.
District manager. You got a good person on there. Oh man, that was a good time. Okay, actually, you know what? Go-to sandwich. If I ever were able to get it again, which I don't think I'll ever be able to, just because I got it for free and I would not pay for this sandwich. I don't remember the name that I had for it, but the name of the sandwich itself was every single meat on the menu with pepper jack cheese.
That is ridiculous.
It tasted like null. It tasted, yes. It just, I couldn't describe it. There was a taste.
It tasted.
It tasted.
But I can tell you my
I'm a weirdo who just likes the meat as an accent to my sandwich. I like the whole package.
I mean, that's good. That's actually not bad because then if you just drop it, you go to Veggie Delight. That's the cheapest sandwich on the menu.
Well,
so
no, I want a little bit of meat in there.
fair enough. If I were to go with my,
Am I right?
Yeah.
A little meat in there.
James. If I wanted to go from what my child self ordered all the time, because I ordered the same thing for like 6 years of my youth, as they say, that would be a turkey and ham on Italian bread, toasted with American cheese, lettuce, onion, tomato with mayo. Wrap that.
I don't know what it was, and it still somewhat applies to this day.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in middle school, or just I guess even when I was younger, I wasn't like from elementary school, middle school, and high school. If I was sick, I craved Chipotle. Subway so bad for no reason. I don't get it.
Remember when I was sick and you guys brought me Subway?
Yeah.
That was nice.
You're welcome. I think
We care about you.
I think me and you went to Piata that day, and we were like, James, he was sick and he couldn't come. So like, let's just go bring him Subway.
Yeah.
So you got lobster bisque from Piata.
And it would not get cold. It stayed boiling lava hot for 30
Piata's
minutes.
very good.
I took Cheyenne there the first week of
What's
us.
your go-to Piata? No, we're not
Oh my God.
Let's move on.
Anything with chicken. Anyway. Gunny of the House of Wingfoot asks, you ever wonder why we're here? James, can you rattle that off? Can you? You're about to take a deep breath. What were you going to say? Oh, okay.
I don't know. Why are we here? We're the product of some cosmic coincidence? Or is there really a God watching over us? I don't remember how it goes from here.
With a plan for us and stuff. I don't know, man. But it keeps me up at night. What?
What?
We're done. We're
Okay.
Is it, what? I mean, what are we doing here in this canyon? Oh, yeah. What was all that about God? Nothing. You want to talk about it? No. You sure? Yeah. And then so on and so forth. Anyway, Dataroth asks, don't know if this has been covered or not, just started listening to the library, but in the story Rossbach's World, is the AI that Black Box has left for Osmond, the AI based on Maya Sankar / Pharaoh's brain. Okay, so that's a reference to evolutions. It's a short story.
I mean, I was just thinking of season 2 of Hunt the Truth.
Yes, and like that's what reference to. But Rossbach's World is a short story in evolutions, I believe. It's either for evolutions or fractures. I'm pretty sure it's evolutions though. There's something going on where Black Box left an AI for Osmond. So the question is that AI Maya? I don't think it's ever been confirmed.
I mean, like, maybe.
You could say that's the headcanon. We can do that these days. You could even publish your thoughts.
It could be.
And
Possibly.
offer it for sale.
Yeah. If you want.
I'm never going to let that
You can
go.
call it Halo Resurgence. I don't know. That's the most generic name I could
So
think
is
of.
Defiance. So you know what? That works.
Yeah. And you could sell it on Amazon if you want.
Now I got to think about this. This just clicked. Halo Defiant. What are they defying?
Something.
Like they don't defy
The Covenant.
I get you.
Okay. Back to
Next
business.
is Repugnant 2023 asks, not sure if anyone's asked this, but how close or far do y'all think we as humans are from the path of the in-universe Halo humans of Halo, either technology-wise or just
Probably
in
about
general?
500 years.
Never know. Dang.
Probably about 500
We will never know.
years.
I mean, I would guess that okay, so here's the thing. Timeline wise, we're not very far because in the mid 2100s is when we have the United Nations like actually encompass the entire Earth, and we're just a one government thing. Space travel happens shortly before
I'll
that.
be dead and buried before the one world government starts.
So probably not very far off. I mean, technology wise, we're already, we're right on track to have Black Ops 2 2025 tech. So, aside from the active camouflage that they had in that game.
How do you know?
I guess I wouldn't. I mean, supposedly I've heard this before, but the military corporations have tech that's like 10 years from the future, and then we get it.
Here's the
as a
thing.
trickle down.
There's no way to know how advanced our technology actually is because of how much stuff has probably just never been shown to anybody.
The United States keeps all their cool toys hidden away from the public. So if anyone wants to fuck around and find out, they won't know how to prepare for it.
I mean, it has been shown that we can make water powered engines. The Warthog runs off of hydropower. But
There's definitely stuff that they're not showing anybody.
Oh, sure.
100%.
they don't want to reveal all their tricks.
If we were like really in trouble somehow, some way, like we would pull some things out of our ass that like no one has seen on God's green earth, and no one would want any part of it. It's just So, I mean, we probably have something like relatively, like it'd be cool if we had just a Hornet laying around. You know what I mean? If the United States just had a Hornet.
There was a really neat top 10 list that I saw that was really cool. It was like the top 10 best special forces in the world. And, there was like the SAS, Delta Force, all of that. Number one, I loved them for this. Number one was the ones we don't know about.
Well, there was a show on when we were kids. You probably haven't seen it. James, I know damn well you have. There was a show called Future Weapons on, I want to say Travel Channel, maybe?
Travel Channel? That sounds like a weird History Channel.
It might have been
show.
History Channel. But
Maybe Spike
It
TV.
would be history talking about the future.
It basically, I want to say History Channel was right, but
Could
it
be
basically,
Spike TV.
it
too.
basically showed, that's also another good one.
Can we do like a hour-long Spike TV retrospective?
Oh God.
You want to do that for terminals? I didn't watch the channel, so
1,000 Ways to Die.
I
Oh
loved
God.
that show. The one where the guy gets run over by the steamroller.
Yeah.
I was scared to watch that show as a kid because they would just be brutal.
Yeah, they would be brutal. But what really scared me is like they were inspired by like real events. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
are we good to move on?
Yes, we can. Go ahead.
What was the question again?
How close are we to?
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we got off topic.
That's what I was going into future weapons, but let's just move on.
Yeah. Warm Applesauce asks, how does it feel to lead a cult?
I wouldn't know.
It would feel better if you guys didn't keep forsaking me.
It kind of feels like it's completely out of my control. I have one now.
Man.
I feel like I don't have one because I haven't accepted it into my heart.
Probably not. I mean, you really need it. You really,
I'm not as over as I used to be.
I'm not as
because
over
the thing is,
wrestling
Shane,
terminology.
the thing is, Shane, you've voiced just direct disdain. If you don't voice disdain,
No, it's not disdain. It's more disgust with some of the lactation names.
okay, but that's the thing. If you don't voice anything at all, or you voice agreement, either of those two things will get you a cult.
So you think if I'm just like, someone make me a cult, you think they'll make me a cult?
Absolutely, and then
All
just
right.
never say anything about them ever again.
All right, someone make me a cult.
Moving
I
on.
want to see how it goes. Someone make me a cult. I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. I mean, I care. Please be respectful and
gosh.
please be careful. But fine, make me a cult.
Cool. Pulling up to 343 headquarters. Just
We'll all have our own cults.
Next question.
Flood Lactation Form asks, who is the worst Spartan? Does not include non-canon Spartans, so I can't use any of the Spartans from the Silver Timeline. This is the worst day ever.
The worst Spartan?
Yeah, the worst
That's
Spartan.
subjective. Do
That
we mean
is
like
hard.
worst written or like on
Samuel,
the
he
field?
died.
Dang.
Oh my God. Like, are we talking like worst written or just on the field combat record?
The worst.
The worst.
Okay,
Just the
random
worst.
dead Spartan on Lone Wolf with the CQC helmet.
Yeah,
He looked bitch made.
Well, some of the random Spartans on in Halo 4 that you can just look at and just burst them with a battle rifle and just pick their shit up. like
All
you're a
the
Spartan.
identical warrior armor ones.
Yes.
I actually no. Actually, you did just give me a legit answer. DeMarco, Spartan DeMarco, the worst.
So the one that's like the really annoying frat guy.
Yeah, the leader of Fireteam Majestic. Yeah, hilarious, dude.
Who's the other one? His little wiener buddy.
What? Let me see. There was DeMarco. There's gosh, I can't remember that. Shane, look it up. Fireteam Majestic.
Okay. give me
He's
one
the
second.
other bald one who was just even more
I just can't
annoying
remember.
and wienery.
Halo
Yeah, it's
Fire Team Majestic.
God, I hated Majestic.
they were. You know what? That was the one time I was really chill. Like when I was a kid, I didn't like Palmer at all. I was still relapsing from Johnson's death, so I was just like, oh, why are they trying to give us a new character?
Commanders, DeMarco, Gabriel Thorne. So hold on. Halo Pete is not really cooperating with me right now.
Yeah, not Thorn.
No. Members, here we go. Anthony Madsen.
Madsen, that's it.
Oh, okay, that's the
Yep.
first one. He is the team sniper. That is his
You
designation.
could literally pick any of Majestic and I'd be like, yeah,
Except maybe the chick. I think she was pretty much
she
fine.
was cool.
Yeah, she was. I mean, she had a really, really cool accent too.
Yeah. Okay, she gets a pass.
She got to pass. She's a really good Spartan. But DeMarco, you want to know why I choose DeMarco specifically? It's because DeMarco is straight up like in his first cutscene revealed to be a womanizer.
Yeah.
Like think about this real quick. I never thought about this until just like last month. I don't know why it took me this long to realize it, but in the wake of a near genocidal tragedy where almost the entirety of New Phoenix got completely composed, they are talking openly, Madison and DeMarco, like they're talking about how much the other Spartans in Majestic weren't doing anything. And the other Spartan, can't remember his name, the black dude in the Spartan team. I can't remember his name. He's just like, yeah, oh yeah, and where were you, DeMarco? And Madsen's like, oh, me and DeMarco over here, we're just making sure that the women of New Phoenix were feeling safe and secure. Yeah, you know, man, Fire Team Majestic doing a little community outreach, man. It's like, are you serious? Are you for real? Like, everyone is dead and you're trying to pick up chicks?
Respect.
Oh my God.
How to make you, maybe that was by design because I guess in Spartan Ops, you're technically competing with Majestic.
I have no idea. I just know that
So maybe
that
they were trying to get you to
Maybe they're
dislike
secret
them.
antagonists.
I don't know. I just know that Majestic is the reason why a lot of people thought that Spartan 4s were just the worst for the longest time.
Yeah.
Because
I will say, here's the thing. Say what you want about Osiris. They still felt way more like Spartans.
yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous because basically Majestic was the opener for Spartan 4s was, hey, by the way, if you were a normal person, you can still be a POS as a Spartan 4. Here's your definitive proof, instead of getting something cool like Osiris upon your first meeting of a Spartan 4.
Yeah. I mean, like, even that one guy on Infinite who died in Chief's arms, he looked like a Spartan and sounded like a Spartan and died.
We don't
like a
know
Spartan.
anything about. I mean, we do actually. I'm pretty sure we have lore on him, don't we? Or do we
Who
not?
again?
The one Spartan in Infinite who died, Griffin.
Oh, Griffin.
Yes.
Yeah. He has a whole book.
Cool.
Yeah, or at least I think it's a whole book. I think he's in Rubicon.
Didn't they
Fall.
advertise him at Halo Outpost as well? Like they had his like Spartan arm, like someone was walking around as
No,
him.
that was Spartan Owen and Spartan. It was a lady. I can't.
Yes, it
remember.
was
I
a
don't
lady.
remember her name.
Yep.
But Owen was from Battleborn.
But yeah, that's
Gotcha.
cool. Next question.
Next question is from Lactator of Dragons. How does it feel to be offended by said cult?
Oh my God. Okay, this is directed to me. I'm not offended. Some of them just gross me out. I'm not. You guys do whatever makes you happy. Some of them are just gross. Like lactation of like the prophets of lactation, like those names are funny, but some of them just are nasty. I don't want wasn't there one like about you?
Lactating James.
Lactating James.
Yeah, that's. I don't want to think of a friend I've known since like first or second grade lactating. I'm good. Like that, you can't
That's
sit
fair.
there and tell me that's not gross.
Yeah, the visualization just happened. I wish it hadn't.
They see.
Can you not? Can
James.
you for real? You know, fun fact, if you actually try hard enough, a man can eventually.
So next question. Next question.
UNSC Lactating Infinity asks, what's your favorite quote / moment from Video Game Donkey's Halo recap videos?
I haven't watched those. in
You
like
what?
You didn't let me finish my sentence in like years.
Okay, my bad.
God.
I'm
I
also
was
in the same
listen, I
boat.
jumped the gun.
I couldn't quote them.
I'm also. in
You
the same
can.
boat. It's
This
been
is a question
while.
for you.
Okay, my personal favorite moment is most certainly the moment where it's in the Halo 4 recap where it's at the end of the game and Didact is holding Chief over his certain doom and he's like, I ate the ice cream. And then Cortana appears and just goes, fucking kill him. And Cortana jumps him. That was pretty funny. That's my personal favorite. That's all the questions.
Goodbye.
The library was produced and published by JumperScape Audio. Funding was provided by our fantastic patrons on Patreon. If you enjoy the show and wish to support JumperScape's future projects or get some sweet benefits, join our Patreon at patreon.com/JumperScape or become part of this truly special community at discord.gg/JumperScape. Thank you for your listenership and we hope you enjoyed.